That would help if this thing didn't fall over, huh? So I decided to sell the X-E4 and get the new Fujifilm X-E5. At the time of recording, the X-E5 will be here in just a few days. And before that, I want to reflect on my time with the X-E4 after owning it for nearly 3 years. Before I get into why I'm getting the X-E5, I just want to go over why I got the X-E4 in the first place, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Long story short, in the summer of 2022, my car broke down, and instead of buying a new car, I decided to walk roughly 45 minutes to work. And I figured while I was at it, I should just bring my camera with me. I had owned the Sony a6300 for a few years, but I've mostly only used it for music videos and album artwork for my music and my band's music. I ended up getting really into photography. I found myself taking mostly photos of the city, people. At the time, I didn't really know what I was doing would be categorized as street photography. After being sucked into the YouTube algorithm, it didn't take long to see all the photographers using Fujifilm. It reminded me that my job actually had Fujifilm discounts at the time, but everything on the discount site was always sold out. And then one day I went on the site and I saw that the X-E5 was in stock. I picked up the 35 and the 23mm f2 for around $1,000. I was super happy with the Sony at the time, and I didn't really need a new camera, but I was always curious about what it was like to shoot on a Fuji camera, and I couldn't pass it up for that price. The camera ended up arriving in late December, and I was immediately in love with it. I love the look of the camera. I was already used to the rangefinder style of the a6300, so I felt right at home. The ISO performance was way better than what I was getting on the Sony. That camera, I could maybe do 1600 ISO max. This one I can happily shoot up to 6400. I also love that Fuji has a bunch of small primes, all with aperture rings. I still love Sony. I'm shooting on an FX30 right now, but they really just don't make new small compact lenses anymore. I got really used to editing Sony files, but the film sims save a ton of time with editing. It's really easy just to apply them in Lightroom as a kind of a jumping off point for editing. And the last thing I like is kind of dumb, but I enjoy accessorizing the cameras and seeing how others accessorize their camera. It definitely makes me feel more attached to my camera. Overall, I love my time with this camera, but a few things have been persistently nagging at me over my time with it. The camera looks great, but it feels cheap. It's supposedly made of magnesium alloy, but it feels entirely like plastic to me. Even worse to me is the buttons. There's not a lot of them, and the ones that are here are very small, very fiddly. And the last major complaint I have is the autofocus. A lot has been said about the Fujifilm autofocus over the years. It's not the best. Even my older, nearly 10-year-old Sony a6300 has a better autofocusing system than this. But if you know what you're doing, you know how to use the system, and for me shooting street, it's been fine, but it's definitely not the best. So why the X-E5? Well, months before this camera was even announced, I had made a list of my own of what I would hope the next camera would be. First, I wrote down the obvious things like new sensor, new processor, IBIS, things like that. And then beyond the basics, I needed to see a few things to consider upgrading, like a more premium build quality, more custom buttons, a grip, an AF selector, weather sealing would be nice, a better EVF. And then I also wrote something like an updated 18mm f2, a new pancake lens. Now the X-E5 definitely didn't hit all of that, but there really isn't any competition in the small rangefinder interchangeable lens camera that's also good looking. I hate that the US tariffs have made it so all cameras are more expensive now, but it kind of is what it is. And honestly, with the resale value of the X-E4, and if I sell maybe the 27mm f2.8, the X-E5 isn't really going to cost me a whole lot. Now, I definitely don't need to upgrade from the X-E4 to the X-E5. We're at the point with digital cameras where everything is mostly a nice to have, not a need to have. I definitely don't need this camera, but I still kind of want it. One of the things I love about street photography is that you don't really need a whole lot to make great images. I know a lot of people making great work with cameras that are well over a decade old. But yeah, I'm still gonna get this one. At this point, I should have the X-E5 in hand in the next few days. I'm hoping to make a first impressions video. Subscribe and comment on this video and let me know what you'd like me to talk about, what you'd like me to cover in that. Also, this is my first video, so let me know in general what you'd like to see from the channel. And yeah, follow my street photography account. It's tjpeg or tjp.eg. I'll hopefully see you back soon.